Okay, so we took what looked like a totally random set of 12 verses. I mean, Revelation, Amos, Judges, even Leviticus. Quite the mix.
Right, a real grab bag. And the mission was simple.
Mhm.
Could we find, a single thread, some kind of hidden structure connecting them all?
And the answer, surprisingly, yes. Very much,
It
yeah.
jumped right out, didn't it? Once we dug in, one theme just dominated everything: divine judgment.
Now, we need to be clear right away. When we say judgment, it's easy to just think punishment.
Exactly. But that's not quite it. It's much more, well, judicial, like a complex, orderly process.
Yeah.
And it seems to be the engine driving the whole story in these texts.
Okay, let's unpack that, starting with the words themselves. Because justice in English might not capture the Hebrew fully.
That's crucial. The Hebrew word mishel, it's huge. It's not just a verdict or a penalty.
So it's bigger than that.
Much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as like the constitution of reality, the moral and legal standard for how things should be, the ordinance.
Ah, okay. So judgment is what happens when that standard, that ordinance, is violated.
Precisely. And the texts are very specific about the kind of violation that really triggers it. It's often about exploitation.
Like Amos 8.4, condemning those who crush the needy.
Yes, that's a kashak. Forceful exploitation, basically taking advantage of the vulnerable. That's a massive violation of Mishaf.
And this connects to the New Testament too, right? With the term ikdikos.
Absolutely. In 1 Thessalonians 4.6, the Lord is called the ekdikos. It's often translated avenger, but that sounds personal, maybe emotional.
Yeah, like revenge.
But it's not really about personal anger. The ekdikos is the one who executes justice, specifically on behalf of those who've been defrauded or oppressed, restoring that violated standard.
Okay, so it's about restoring cosmic order, not just settling a score.
Exactly. And the scope is fascinating. It applies to individual fraud, like Paul warns against, but it scales all the way up.
All the way up to cosmic levels, like revelation.
Right. Think about the judgment on Babylon in Revelation 18, thrown down with violence. That's the ultimate symbolic judgment on a corrupt world system.
Wow. And you're saying that connects back.
It's the end point of a pattern. Look at Psalm 135, the striking of the firstborn of Egypt. The firstborn represented the whole nation's strength.
So that wasn't just one event, it was seen as a total judgment on an oppressive system.
Correct. A judicial act against the entity itself.
So, okay, judgment is necessary within this framework, but how does it happen? Is it just chaos unleashed?
Not according to these texts. That's a key takeaway. It's presented as orderly, even administrative, sovereignly controlled.
How so?
Well, look at Zechariah 6. These four spirits of heaven, they don't just rush out. They go forth after presenting themselves before the Lord.
Ah, so there's a clear hierarchy, a process.
Yes, divine will executed through an organized structure.
And humans can be part of that structure, even nations.
Definitely. Jeremiah 1 talks about God summoning kingdoms from the north. Why?
Yeah.
To sit at Jerusalem's gates and execute his judgment.
So nations used as instruments in this orderly judicial process.
It's quite a picture. But if judgment is the engine, where's the resolution? Does it just end there?
No, and this is where it gets really compelling. The same cluster of texts points to the way through judgment. Sacrifice.
And the narrative arc you can trace through 3 totally separate books is just tight. It's amazing.
It really is. You start with the law, right? Leviticus 1.
Detailing exactly how to arrange the sacrifice on the wood of the altar, the pieces, the head, the fat. It's meticulous, technical.
The instruction for how the payment is made. Then you jump centuries later.
To Mark 15, the gospel. The women watching from a distance, what do they see?
The Messiah executed on the wood of the cross.
The echo is deliberate, isn't it? The sacrifice, meticulously described in the law, now fulfilled by the substitute on the wood.
And the final piece, the proof.
Luke 24, the resolution. The women go to the tomb and...
They found not the body of the Lord Jesus.
The empty tomb. That's the divine confirmation.
Yeah.
The sacrifice accepted, judgment satisfied, vindication.
Wow. Okay, so pulling it all together, what does this mean for you listening?
Well, think about when human systems fail. Job talks about hopes drying up like a desert wadi. Ecclesiastes mentions the arbitrary king whose word is final.
There's this sense of a justice vacuum when earthly options run out, when oppression or fraud goes unchecked.
Right. And that vacuum isn't just sad, it's structurally unstable, according to these texts. It demands a response.
So the intervention of the divine ektikos, the justice executor, isn't just wishful thinking. It's presented as a narrative necessity.
It's needed to restore that fundamental mishemeth, the cosmic standard.
So here's a final thought to leave you with.
Consider this. Is it possible that every major turning point in this entire biblical story, from start to finish, is actually triggered by an act of organized judicial judgment? That justice isn't just a theme, but the very engine driving the narrative towards its ultimate resolution?